Hi, Yichun. I know you are going to out of town tomorrow, but I might not have time at 4 p.m. So I'll just do a quick demo through videos. And so what I've done in this past last week is that you asked me to extract out the state machine to the XML file, and also so because that change kind of changed the structure of the GSW, and I have like the patient is totally changed for the patient state. So the patient is an object that's using another thread, so that you can have your GUI running, and at the same time there's a thread for the patient. Even if after your GSW died, the GUI have finished, the patient can still run in the backend, and so that we can have multiple patients later, and also you don't need to wait for the patient uh, to tell you to change your GUI, so the GUI can remain responsive. So a lot of underlying things going on. So I'll just skip that. And so what it finally achieved is that you can just specify the variables in patient in the states. I can tell it what the next state is using different conditions. Some are using the timer, and others are using buttons or user input. And we can specify for more. Right now, it has only two state changing conditions, timer and a button. Next, we can have like correct user input such as text or graphs, or just some other input. So we can have multiple input. So right now, the patient contains a loading, initialize all the objects inside the patient, initialize because it's using another thread, we need to communicate with the main thread, and also this is a patient thread. And for the timer condition, like for some states we need to change the time, and I use another thread for timer. So this is a state change timer, and there were some problem with timer permissions. For example, if the time is not the timer started, but you have already changed the state, so the timer still want to change it, but you should not grant it the permission to change it. So I define another function so that it can avoid such a problem. And so 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 you see that we are doing multiple threads. Like for single patient, it can initialize like three or four threads, and so that's kind of a pretty complex task. I have to just to do some optimization. And anyway, so it starts by running the initial state, and it has uh, it can load the next state. So the initial state, it tells it where is the initial state, and it load the initial state, and it change, and then load, change and load. So at the end, it becomes a state changing and loading part. And so let's run it. So this is an initial state condition, and this is a GSW pre-hospital. You see, I programmed it to be 10 seconds, and then you change to the trauma bay condition. You have two options: chest tube placed and the needle compression. Blood pressure and other things have been changed. If you do not do anything, it will go to the next state, which is no chest tube plate for 300. It will die immediately after that. So this patient has died. Let's see what other things we can do. Still the same initial state, and you can change it because we are waiting too long. We don't want to see that happen. We want to this. You can place chest tube. Then you see that chest tube has been placed, and it has all the things satisfied. It will end up in this state. So in the next state, it should take a lot of shorter time. It goes to the next state shorter. Yeah, you can place the chest tube here, and then it's placed. So anyway, this is a demo for the GSW state machine. So if you need me to do anything else, just tell me. I might not be, I will not have time this week because a lot of homework is due. I have to finish this. Uh, I had to finish this demo before Wednesday, so it took me like a week to finish this demo. And but after the next week, I think I do have time. So, and if you think there's anything need to be improved, you can just tell me. I'll look it up and try to think of it and figure out how to do it before I actually do it. I'm actually doing it. It would be great if I have 1 week in advance. Anyway, thank you, Yichun, for giving this opportunity to demo it, and hope to see you soon.